Hey everyone, Wildfire194 here today, and I will be doing some gameplay recordings. For our local shop here in Tempe, Arizona. The shop's name is Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles, and it is located on McClintock and Southern in Tempe, Arizona. We're just getting the players set up here, so I'll just give you guys a little bit of details. Um, on the left, we have Josue playing uh, Frieza, the untapped leader, the one that allows you to, at the end of your turn, select one of your battle cards and switch it to active mode. And then its Awakened side allows you to switch two battle cards to active mode at the end of your turn. Against Josh, who is playing Trunks, and whose effect once per turn during your turn when you combo with a battle card with an energy cost of 2 or more, draw one card. And he has the same effect on his Awakened side as well. Now both guys are just mulliganing. Yeah. For some reason, I cannot say that word. They're selecting cards that they don't want and shuffling them back into their decks. Forgive me, guys. This is my first time recording both at this shop and with this camera outside of my house, obviously. So I'm going to be doing some adjusting with the with the lighting, the brightness, and all the little features that are on this camera. So forgive me if the first few minutes of this is a little off. I will get it back up and running perfectly, so don't worry. We won't stop the gameplay. We'll just let these guys play as we try and tweak the camera for brightness, because as you can see, there is a lot, and I do mean a lot of glare, especially on those Tournament 2 Pro sleeves that Josh is using. Alright, so both players are ready. They're setting up their life here, so... And yeah, okay, so here we go. Let's try to figure out how to turn down the brightness a bit, change a bit of the color quality. Just as it will take me a little bit of time to figure out the perfect balance here, guys. But we'll try and keep up with these players as I correct this stuff. So let's see here. Josh played down a red energy and then ended his turn. Now Josue has played down a blue energy and is playing the Future Searcher Bulma. He's going to search his deck for what I believe is going to be a future, the full power Trunks, which I think he passed one already. Pretty sure he passed one. There it is. There it is. He saw it. Sorry, guys. I'll fix this in just a second. Sorry. The camera reset the autofocus, so I gotta turn that off and refocus it back down onto the players. Yeah, there we go. That looks a little better. Alright. Get this out of the way now before it becomes crucial later on. And, so we've got... Looks like Josh is playing with a little bit of his hand visible to us, which is nice. Makes it easier to see what he has, what his options are. Looks like we've got a untapped Trunks, 2 Saiyan Kabas, a Jiren, or no, I'm sorry, not a Jiren, a Mira, the crit Mira. So he's going to attack with the Saiyan Kaba, hit himself for 1 damage, picking up his Zenzu Bean, which is really nice. Although he can't use it right now because he has 2 red energy. And Josue is just going to snap take that. So we'll see what these guys plan to do now. I'm guessing, yeah, he's going to swing with his leader here. Try and do as much damage as he can right off the bat. Get Frieza down to 5 and then kill the Bulma and draw a card off of Trunks' effect. Alright, there we go. That works. It takes 1 damage. So Josue already down to 5 life. Just barely playing his second energy. Although I have to admit, I've seen Josue play quite a few times, and he plays best when his back is against the wall. He seems to work better with more cards in hand. Slows him down quite a bit, but he knows what he's doing. So let's see. Okay, so he's attacking with his Frieza. That's going straight into the Kava. Okay, so now he's gonna attack the leader with Android 19, which allows him to draw a card and gets plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. And then just ends his turn. So, and that's what's really nice about this this leader Frieza is that you can swing with something like Android 19, get its effect, and probably protect it the next turn, since very few battle cards actually do allow you to attack active mode battle cards, aside from the Jiren there that's in his energy. But I'm sure that's something Josh is going to be trying to fish for in his deck here eventually. So he's going for another Saiyan Kaba. And he's going to swing with the Saiyan Kaba to the opponent's, to the Frieza, I should say. And takes 1, and hey, there you go. There's your Jiren. So next turn he's got a Jiren, if he plays it out right. Let's see what he's going to do now. I don't think he's going to combo. And a 15 crit is enough for most opponents to be afraid of, especially right now. I mean, I know Josue wouldn't mind going down to 4, but going down to 3 this early might be a little tricky for him. Looks like he's going to try and combo his way out of this one. Okay. Opting to drop 2 cards out of hand instead of losing 2 cards in life. And okay, and he's going to pass his turn, and now Josue will draw. See what he charges for energy here. And he's going to, yeah, result of training. It's going to be another 2 turns before he can possibly pull that one off, and that might be his best option. Looks like he's going to swing. No? Oh, no. Looks like, what's he going to do? Okay, so he is going to swing with his Android 19 to the Kaba, which is going to make him a 10,000 power. And again, he's going to be allowed to draw 1. Oh, there he goes. And let's see here. Is Josue going to try and combo off of this? Or is it just going to... Nope. Okay, so no combos. Kaba dies. Guys are doing a lot of thinking, trying to figure out what they want to do next. I mean, still has 3 open energy, 1 green, 2 blues. I'll pay them all. This is the Trunks from the Hero Star expansion box. Search your top 7 cards for a blue Vegito with an energy cost of 8 or less, and add it to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. Looks like he whiffed on it, didn't pull anything. This Trunks is really nice because even if he whiffs, it's still a 15,000 power that has critical. So it can still be devastating to the opponent. But, it looks like Josue is just going to end his turn without attacking. No. He doesn't want to put his opponent at 4, apparently. He wants to try and slow him down for another turn. Let's see what he's going for here. Is he going to keep the results of training? Or throw away his Senzubi? No. So he's got a... Is that a Jocko? He's going to charge a Jocko? Is that what that is? Yeah, it looks like a Jocko he's charging. Okay. And I know we still got a little bit of glare here, guys, from the lights. Unfortunately, this is the best I could do. It's just that I need to get one of those special screens that you put between lightings and the camera so that it doesn't provide any actual glare. So, but until then, it's the best I can do. Sorry. And so we got a Jiren on the field now. He's going to attack his critical Trunks. He's going to attack into Josue's critical Trunks, I should say. And it's just going to let the Trunks die. No point in trying to protect it. I mean, it had double the power, so Josue would have to lose at least 2 cards in hand. No, 3 cards in hand. Oh, yeah, 2 cards, yeah. And then, yeah, 20,000 to a 5,000. Yeah, that thing's dead. Jiren, the one thing that hurts Josue's deck the most. I don't think he's worried too much about going up against a Vados leader. Most people don't really play that card, especially now. So he's playing the Trunks that allows you to untap an energy, and then he uses Trunks' effect to draw a card. And then he's going to warp to play the critical Mira. One of the lesser seen villain expansion cards of the ones that are capable of doing Overrealm. We're used to seeing Time Patrol Trunks and Mass Saiyan, but this one's pretty good too because it gives critical, so that's always nice. Forced his opponent to get rid of a Dodoria to stop the damage, so he did his job, and now he's gone. Now Josue has to try and decide what he wants to charge for energy. Which I'm fairly certain he's going to want to, because a lot of his big drops, a lot of his big game is 4s, so he's going to want to put an energy down. Deck like that. His deck looks very familiar to the, or very similar, I should say, to the Soul Striker build, with some minor differences here and there, like the Android 19, the critical Trunks, and obviously the leader Frieza. So, one of those wanted to see if this deck can work the same without Soul Striker. And so far he seems to be doing relatively well with it. Granted, this is still the first game and they're only about 4 turns in. But he hasn't gotten his ass handed to him yet, so far so good, right? And there's the Gohan. See, told you, 4-drop, bam. So get rid of the Jiren and swing to Trunks for critical. Let's see. Is he gonna try and stop this, or is he gonna let the card lose a card so that he can awaken? Yeah. Oh, he lost a Piccolo. Oh, that kind of hurts because that Piccolo would have been awakened right in his hand. So, and speaking of awakening, he's gonna awaken now. I don't know if I would do that. I mean, he's got enough protection in hand. I mean, he could just double Zenzubin and could have stopped the damage and not awakened. But now he's just one Zenzubin, and oh, he's gonna attack with his leader so he can draw a card. Question is does he want to try and combo? He's got plenty of cards in hand. But is there any advantage in Josue's mind to combo now, or to just add the card to hand and not do anything else? It does look like Josue has his 3 Dodorias in hand, so he's gotten all 4 Dodorias already, so that's pretty key. He's got plenty of defense, I should say. So Josue there's thinking, yeah, I can survive another turn. Let's see. Josh is trying to decide what he wants to do here. Let's see here. He's got 2 Saiyan Kabas, a Furthering Destruction Champa, a Zenzubin, and I can't tell what the last card in his hand is. Oh, it's a Gohan, okay. It's the 3-drop BCC 3 promo. Or, no, BCC 2 promo. I'm sorry, BCC 2 promo. Sorry, the 3 promo is Mira. The anti-blocker. Or the can't be blocked card, anyway. Looks like he's going to swing in with his Trunks. And Josue just says, bring it on. Show me what you got. So he's drawing off of his leader's effect and off of the Champa. So that's what the 2 was. Didn't draw off his leader first, which is a mandatory skill he must draw. So you can't forget to do that. Alright, it's another even, and looks like he's going to drop a... Okay. Alright, that's 1 down. 1 attack down for Josue. See what else he's got going. Let's see here. We got... See what else he's got going here. Not really sure what he plans to do. Josue's just kind of like, whenever you're ready, I can wait all day. Timer's my friend. The game is best 2 out of 3. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but we do best 2 out of 3 here at the shop. And it's a 60-minute rounds, so try to keep things similar to what they do at regionals so that the players know what they're doing. They don't have to second guess side decks, something they've never tried before. A lot of the shops in this area like to do best of 1 because they like to go quick, get the tournaments done within 2.5 hours. We have plenty of time at this shop. We can go 4 or 5 rounds, 4 or 5 hours in, and still be playing. Alright, so it looks like he's just going to end his turn. Let's see here. See what Josue is going to charge now. He's most likely going to charge at least 1 energy. He's got 2. Well, he doesn't have to, obviously, but he's going to want to because You know, being at 4 energy, tapping yourself out of return is not going to work out great for him. He's going to want to avoid completely tapping himself out, especially at this point, because he's only got 3 life left. He's going to want to avoid being completely tapped out. And so what is he going to do here? We've got... Still deciding on what he wants to do for an energy. But while we're waiting for him to decide on what he wants to do for an energy here, guys. I did say earlier we're doing 4 rounds. So, oh, there we go. Just as I'm trying to think of something to fill in this time, he finally puts down an energy. Josue, the slow player. And so he's going to... Looks like he played a Zenzubin. And now he's attacking into the Gohan with his leader Frieza, since Gohan's wide open. And he's just going to let Gohan die. Okay. He's got another Gohan in hand, so... But, I don't know, man. I think I probably would have tried to save... Well, I guess seeing that Josue still had 5 open energy, it was one of those... It's probably going to die even if I do save it, so we might as well just hold on to the cards for now. Let Josue show me what he has before I show him what I have. Yep, see, there we go. There's a good 5-drop. I love Super Saiyan Gotenks. It's a 5 energy cost, but it's really a 3 with its effect. Well, it looks like he's just going to take the 2 damage. Alright, so final stretch of the game here, guys. Looks like Josue is at 3 and Josh is at 2. Let's see which one of them wants it more. About 23 minutes into the round. Guys still have plenty of time for a second match after this. Still deciding what he wants to do here. Looks like he's going to play a Gohan. And... Alright, so he's going to swing into his leader. He's going to draw 1 for the Gohan instead of doing double strike. He's got Champa in hand, so I don't know if he's going to play the Champa or... Looks like he said no combo. Yeah, just going to drop the Android 19 to stop the damage. This says no negate. He's most likely going to combo here. He wants to get the draw effect off of his trunks. I don't think he's going to want to do double strike because he doesn't want to put 2 cards in Josue's hand when he tries to go for game. He wants to only have 1. He wants to try and keep Josue's hand down as much as possible while trying to keep the game in his favor here. So let's see, he's going to tap 1 and he's going to play the Sun Goten, which will draw him a card off of Trunks' effect, but he doesn't get to kill anything because Josue doesn't have any 3 energy costs or lower cards in play. Alright, looks like that's all he's going to do is just the 5. So it's 20,000 power, so Josue needs 10,000. Most likely going to use one of those Dodorias that he has in hand, or he's got 2 untapped energy, so he might pay 1 to stop it. See what he plans to do here. He's gonna check his opponent's drop. And if you guys are interested, this tournament today was actually, obviously, this tournament, it's March 3rd, which is the last Saturday before Set Three's release. So the shop is doing something a little special. We are giving out a tournament pack of Set 1 and a tournament pack of Set 2 to all the players who came into play today. So they're all getting nice value out of from just coming into play today. So we got 13 players to come in today. Unfortunately, it wasn't as many as we were hoping for, but most of the players who did show up were saying that so and so didn't want to come in because they don't want to burn themselves out before Set 3 drops. So, not really sure how you can burn yourself out on a card game. I mean, yeah, sure, eventually you just get tired of it because it's just constant repetitiveness, but that's why new sets come out. So you're getting new stuff and something new to play. And honestly, the only reason why I would ever stop playing Dragon Ball Super is if I lost my job and I couldn't afford to play anymore. And then I would just keep playing against people for fun until a new set dropped and I couldn't afford to keep up with anybody's decks. I mean, imagine playing a deck that only has Set 1 cards in it. Oh wow, he just dropped a Kale. Josue just threw away a Kale to save himself from that damage, and Josh said, okay, well, goodbye, Kale. Hello, double blocker. Sorry, guys, I got a little off track there. Sometimes these players at my locals here, they can play a little slow, which kind of makes me drift. So I'll try and stay focused on the match as much as I can. Hopefully I didn't miss anything major. So we got Sway trying to decide what he wants to do, if he wants to charge any energy or if he wants to keep what he has. Has to be kind of careful here because he's got 2 blockers to deal with. Let's see what he's got to do to get around them. He no longer has the Kale, which I think was kind of key for him for this turn. Especially now that there are 2 blockers in play. But maybe he was thinking, hey, I don't need the Kale. I can win without it. So he's using his Gohan to attack into the leader Trunks. And he's just gonna do a Zenzu Bean to stop the damage. Says I'm not gonna waste a blocker on that. So Frieza's gonna go into Gohan again. Let's see what we've got going here. This is like, do you want to block? I think that's what Josue is waiting for, to see if he wants to try and block. I think he's trying to decide whether or not he wants to keep the Gohan or if he wants to block it. Okay. Alright, so he's decided that he's going to block. Sends the mirror, not the mirror, I'm sorry, the Mai to the drop zone. And now, with only one blocker in play, Josue probably has something in his hand that can kill at least one card. He probably has another Gohan or maybe even a Mass Saiyan, which I don't think he has enough cards in his draw for a Mass Saiyan. Oh, okay, so it's probably four. Oh, okay, so he's playing Beerus. Okay, that works. Beerus works too. Don't see a whole lot of people playing Beerus lately, and especially in blue-green. Mostly see them playing Gohans and Kales lately. But Beerus is still a pretty powerful card. Double strike, 20,000 power. And if you have 5 or more energy, KO a battle card. Can't go wrong with that. Let's see now. Yeah, he's comboing big with this Gotenks. Trying to go for game. I'm surprised Josue didn't just blow his whole hand. That's probably something I would have done. So let's see. He's going to combo with that, bring him up to 30. Let's see here, 40. Yeah, he's deciding to scoop. Looks like he could have stopped that damage, but he figured that he can't stop the next attack, and the double strike off of the Beerus would have gotten him. So, and it looks like Josue won the first matchup, and we're going to have these guys do a little bit of side decking, and we'll be watching them do this for a little bit. We'll take a moment or two for them to side deck in all the stuff they want to side deck. And with the recent Bandai emails going out to the shops, including ours, Showtimes, we did make an announcement that we can't give out store credit anymore, which it's really sad, but because a lot of times it's not that the players want to buy other product, it's more like they want to use their store credit for when the next set drops, especially right now, because next set drops in a week. And they'd like to, take that credit, hold on to it for a couple of days and then use it to buy a box or something. But they can't do that anymore. So, and the shop wants to stay in good terms with Bandai. So we're not handing out store credit anymore, which is why we're doing additional tournament packs. Extra product that's been left over from previous tournaments that not enough people showed up for, or leftover product in and of itself. Some extra packs from set 1 and 2. We're also going to be handing out to the top players. Alright. And now Josue is just trying to figure out what he wants to keep in his deck and what he wants to take back out, because I think what Josue does is he takes his side deck, sticks it in his deck, and then pulls 15 cards out of it, which I'm not really sure if that's completely something you should do, but I don't know. Doesn't exactly seem completely honest to me, but At the same time, the rulebook doesn't say exactly what you can and can't do when you're side decking. You just have to make sure that the number of cards that were in your side deck when you started are the same number of cards that are in your side deck when you're done. The deck still has to be at exactly 50 when you start the game, so... Alright. Looks like Josh is just counting his deck, making sure that he has 50. Looks like he was short. Or is he deciding not to take out the Kaba and put something else? Oh no, okay. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, he's... Can't decide what he wants to not have in his deck. Just one card he's got to take out. And it looks like Josue is done side decking, so he's going to start shuffling now. Okay. So now both these guys are done with their side decks, and now they're going to shuffle. And shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Until they're satisfied their cards are all randomized as best they can possibly get them. It's always these moments between the matches that are the lull of the game. Not really sure what to say to fill in the void of no audio. Should probably just put in like some elevator music or something. Or some Benny Hill. I also got to be worried about copyrights. I don't want any of my videos getting flagged for copyright. Got to use all that no copyright music. This way, still shuffling. Alright, looks like he's satisfied with his shuffle. Now he's got to shuffle his opponent's deck. Your fingers got to get tired of that after a while, I swear. Sorry, I dropped my mic a little bit. Alrighty. Looks like they're going to start with their opening hands here. See what they want to keep, what they want to get rid of. What's good for a start of the game? Why did you come to my hand now? Looks like he's gonna... Looks like Josh is trying to decide which... If he wants to keep these three or if he wants to get rid of these three. Alright, looks like he's probably going to change out 4, maybe? Not sure if he's putting those down because of the cards he wants to keep. Okay, so those are the cards he's keeping, so he's getting rid of 2. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell. People do it differently. Let's see now. Looks like they're just about ready here. This way is shuffling his deck. Alright. That looks like all the waiting is almost over when these guys are done shuffling. I swear they're gonna waste. They're gonna lose this round just to shuffling. They're wasting so much time shuffling their decks. We've got about. Yeah, it looks like they got about 19 minutes or so. Yeah, they got about 20 minutes left in the round, so. Alrighty, got all their lives out. Hands are good to go. And it looks like Josh is going to be starting this round as well. Let's see what he's going to charge for energy. If he charges that Jiren again, he's going to regret it. Jiren was pretty clutch in the last game, keeping Josue's field clear, so I'm going to charge a red energy and end his turn. Josue's going to charge a blue energy and play out another Bulma that searches for Trunks. Just looking for something. I know he passed one. I saw him pass one. There, see, he just passed another one right there. You saw one there, Josue. Too bad he can't hear me. There it is. Okay. I think the next time I judge a tournament, I'm gonna have to talk to Josue about that. That is a violation of the rules. He found his target and then just kept going. But I mean, it's possible he could have been searching for the other Trunks, but I mean, he's got one in energy right now, and usually this early on, you're gonna go for the Bulma. All right, so he's gonna tap an energy and play out the Kaba. And most likely gonna swing into a leader for double strike, and again, Josue just says, "Bring it." All right, so he's gonna take the 2. Alrighty, well, let's see what Josh is gonna do here. Is he gonna swing with the Trunks and try and do critical with the Kaba, or is he gonna try to take his opponent down just to just 5? Well, it looks like he's gonna critical, so he can draw 1 off of the effect. It doesn't look like he's gonna do any more combos. Yeah, okay, so with only 1 energy out, Josue is now down to 4 life, and he has 2 blockers to contend with. This early in the game, don't really have to worry about things like Gohan's, Beerus's, and Kale's, so not that big of a threat. He's gonna awaken, obviously, and draw 2. let's see. What's Josue gonna do here? He's gonna swing into the same Kaba to draw one, and it's gonna be blocked pretty quickly by a Mai. Alright. I don't know if Josue has any. Well, I mean, he does have Android 19, so that could work for him. I mean, it'll help him draw a card and put some pressure on that Saiyan Kaba. Maybe force his opponent to lose another card just to protect it. Oh, okay, so he's going to attack with the Bulma. Wow, that's interesting. And Josh, since he can't negate because he's tapped out, only has 3 cards in hand, and all of them cost energy. So if he wants to protect this same Kaba, he's gonna have to actually he's gonna have to actually block. But I mean, it's also gonna drain a card from Josue's hand if he doesn't. But either way, he's going to drain a card out of Josue's hand because Josue's not going to let that blocker just stay in play. He's going to get rid of it. So, yeah, it looks like he's going to block. He's going to block. See if see what Josue is willing to throw away to kill this blocker. It's always rare to see someone attack with a Bulma. Let's see. Josue and his small novel in hand, taking his time, trying to figure out what he wants to get rid of. Looks like he's going to throw away another Bulma. He's going to tap 2 energy and play out Android 19. And swing into the same Kaba. Can't negate, so let's see if Josue wants to combo at all. Nope, no combos, and Kaba just dies. Josue's going to end his turn and let his opponent just take on over. Okay, I don't know why is he spreading his energy out like that, but alright. Let's see, he's trying to decide if he wants to put this card down as energy, yeah. Well, there goes another negate for him. He's down 2 negates there. He's just going to end his turn with 3 energy. So Josue draws his card, and now he's trying to decide what he wants to use for an energy. A lot of cards in hand to choose from. Doesn't want to rush. Sway likes to take his time, make sure that what moves he makes are worth it. All right. So now, does he attack with the leader? Alright, so he's going to attack with Android 19 first to draw a card. And he's going to tap 3 for Go Tanks now. Force his opponent to discard a card. I kind of like this Go Tanks. You know, it's kind of like critical with its effect, but it punishes your opponent for not taking a damage because they lose a card in hand, and then to stop the damage, they got to lose more cards. So, and it can also do the job if your opponent, Zenzu Beans and they're like 20,000 power, so you just attack with him and you don't combo, they still lose the card. Should be really helpful. So once again, Josue's gotten his opponent down to 5, but chooses not to get him down to 4. Let's see here. So he's at 4 energy, so he's gonna bust out that Jiren there. Got that Jiren off of the life that he took, so that's nice. Needed it, because if he didn't, he would have, the Jiren that was in his hand would have been dead. So he needed that red energy. And now, trying to decide who he wants to attack with Jiren. I'm guessing he's going to go after the Go Tanks first, since that will be 30,000 power. Yep. Okay, so Jiren's going to attack Go Tanks for 30,000. And it doesn't look like he's going to combo. Doesn't have anything to combo with anyway, so. And yep, okay, so Gotenks is gonna die. Jiren goes back to active mode. Let's see, he's most likely gonna attack the 19 here. Yep. Take out the 19, take out the draw power. Or his opponent of the advantage that he has. And then Trunks into the leader. Excuse me. Alright, so it looks like he's just going to end his turn. Yeah, I don't know why he attacked with his Trunks into the leader. Kind of gave away to his opponent that he didn't have anything to combo with. I mean, or at least Josue's probably got to be thinking that, he had no reason to attack. Because he couldn't combo. He has no energy. So since he didn't combo with something, probably means that everything in his hand costs energy. So Josue's got a bit of an advantage of kind of knowing what his opponent might have. Easy kill for the Jiren there, apparently. Knew that he only needed to hit 20,000. If his opponent could stop it, he just gets rid of a card into the opponent's hand. And then just tries to kill him with something else. Looks like he's going to tap 2 blue and a green for another crit Trunks. Who... the crit Trunks, I don't know if I said this earlier, but his effect is in a sense mandatory. You don't the effect goes off. You must choose up to 7 cards from the top of your deck and look at them. You don't have to look at anything, but the effects at the end where it says then shuffle your deck still happens. So even if you don't look at anything, you still shuffle your deck. So Josue is looking at the top 7 just to see what is there, even though he knows he doesn't have a target to go for. So let's see here. He's gonna tap an energy, warp his field, and then yeah, okay, that goes to warp. Good. For Mass Saiyan, so it's a 20,000 double strike, which is another really good card that came out of the villains set. If you don't have 4 copies of them, I recommend you go out to a target near you and try to get some. Like, don't buy them from online retailers that specialize in card games, because they try to sell these things for like twice their value, twice their MSRP, which I get because they're supposedly short printed. Bandai didn't only did one printing of them for some stupid reason, but it's making a lot. There's a local shop here that is trying to sell the heroes and villains packs, or the set, for like $30, like $35 each, depending on which one you want. And it's ridiculous, but I get why they're doing it. But at the same time, it's ridiculous. It's just the fact that the moment it comes out, the price of it already skyrockets well beyond the MSRP. So it looks like Josue is still trying to decide what he wants to do for energy here. Or maybe, did he play energy? Yeah, okay, so, never mind, I'm sorry. Yeah, so, okay, so he's playing out, the 4-cost, blue Goku from set 1 that, has critical, 15,000 power, and it has a permanent effect that says if you have 5 or more energy during your turn, this card gains plus 10,000 power. So it's really, really good. I always wondered why the card wasn't played nearly as much, but I mean, critical, a 4-drop critical that requires you to have 5 energy. It's kind of like the energy boost Beerus, and it's like when you have a choice between something that gives you critical versus something that has double strike and kills something, a lot of people tend to go for the double strike kill. It just seems more like you're getting more bang for your buck, so to speak. It looks like he's going to take that damage from the Frieza leader attack, so it's going to take him down to 3. So we're all tied up 3-3, and these guys look like they're about to go into time here. Yeah, they're pretty close to time. Time's gonna be called here, and I think it's gonna be called right about now. Yeah, and yep, there we go. There's time. Time has been called. So Josue is turn 0, since it is still his turn. And opponent's... Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna pay one, 10,000 power, combo over the trunks, and Josue is just gonna end his turn. So now it's turn 1. Let's see. Let's see what these guys do here. Now, because this is game 2, if Josh wins this, the match will be called a draw, since both of them have won one game. But if this game itself goes to a draw, Josue will be declared the winner because he's the only one with an actual win. So he gets the draw off of the... Yeah, so he's drawing off of the effects and then drawing for Piccolo. Let's see what he decides to go for here. If he decides to do anything else... Yeah, it looks like he's going to do another 5, so he's going to bring it up to 30,000 power. And see what Josue's going to do here to combo. If he's going to try and combo out of this, or if he's going to take the damage. Yeah, with again, Josue having a nice little hand size, a little novel in his hand. He's not gonna be too broken up over losing 1 or 2 cards, more than one, obviously. 30,000 to the 15. He has to do at least 2 cards. 2 Dodorias would save him. All right, so he's gonna Zenzu Beam, bring himself up to 20. So he still needs 15 more. And it looks like he's going to do a Dodoria for 10. Just going to make them both even, so he needs 5 more to stop this. Which we can tell he can easily stop it. It's just one of those, what do I want to use to stop it? What's not going to help me next turn? And it looks like he's deciding on the Majin Buu. Majin Buu is not going to help me much, so I'll just get rid of it now. Looks like he's gonna tap 4 energy for a Jiren. Just makes sense. So now the Jiren can attack into the Goku, which is gonna have only 15,000. So it's 30,000 to 15,000. And what's Josue gonna want to do? I mean, he does have a negate in hand, so he can stop this. But does he want to protect battle cards? Well, apparently he does. Okay, so he wants to protect his battle card. Looks like he's going to tap a blue energy and then untap a green energy. Looks like Josue might be setting up for something here. Deciding that he doesn't need 2 blue energy untapped, so... His opponent, is he going to swing into the leader for double strike, or is he going to try and get rid of that critical in play? Okay, so he's going to try and get rid of the Goku. We know Josue has another negate, but he chooses not to use it. Looks like, yeah, So he's just going for a combo, which gives his Goku 10,000 power and revenge. So now he's got 25,000 power, which is over Jiren, so Goku will survive, but he has revenge, so Jiren goes bye-bye. So Goku doesn't even need Ultra Instinct to stop Jiren. Ha ha ha. So let's see here. Now Josue is on turn 2, I believe, because we start with turn 0, then turn 1, then turn 2, then turn 3, and then at the end of turn 3, if nobody's won, it's a draw. So right now, Jiren, sorry, not Jiren, Josue is turn 2. So he's going to charge an energy here, and then he's just going to quickly swing to his opponent's leader for 25,000 power, critical. And 6. He's got 3 blue and 3 green energy. Trying to see what he can do here. What can he do? Will he try and stop it? I mean, it's 25,000. It's pretty big, so that's 20. And a boost attack Piccolo brings him up to 30,000, so that stops it. So now his Trunks is 20,000 power for the turn, so it ends up being very defensive, very nice. The card earns definitely has earned its place as a $5 common staple in people's decks. Or is it uncommon? I can't remember if it's common or uncommon. I just know it's not foiled. Which, Bandai, if you're listening, re-release some of the cards from set 1 and set 2 as foiled. And we're getting foil set 3, so most of the staples from set 1 and set 2. It would be nice if they gave us foiled versions of those. Alright, so Josue played the Future Bulma to get the full power Trunks, which is a triple striker, so if he has to, he can play that down to end this game with 1 card. But he's going to try and swing with the Frieza first, draw a card. And it looks like, okay, so he is going to combo. Bring his leader Frieza up to 20,000 power, matching Trunks' 20,000 power. And it says that's all he's going to do for combos, and he's just going to sit there in a Zen-like position, waiting for his opponent to decide whether or not to take the damage. Oh, this is basically Josue's last turn. He doesn't have to win here. He just has to avoid losing. That's the position Josue's in right now. He does not have to win. He has to avoid losing. Okay, so he's going to pay 5 for the Go-Tank, Super Saiyan Go-Tanks. Allows him to untap 2 energy and draw 1 card. So he's going to untap 2 blues. Okay, so he's going to remember to draw that card. Oh, and Josh is just going to say no with the negate. And so now Josue has to try and decide if he wants to push for 2 damage here or not. He's only got 2 untapped energy. I don't know if he has a Furthering Destruction Chomp in hand. I mean, I can see that he has the Time Patrol Trunks. He has more than enough cards in his drop. to remove. So he had a King Vegeta. King Vegeta surprise attack. And I can't see what that other card is in hand. Josue keeps his cards too close to his heart. Oh, it looks like it's a Beerus. Okay, so it was a Beerus. And it doesn't look like he got any Champas off or so. But he's gonna swing. Maybe he's got a Champa hidden in his hand, or he's gonna try and dig for one with the Dorias if he has any left. I can't tell the way Josue holds his hand. It makes it difficult for the camera to pick him up. Maybe. Still trying to figure out what he wants to combo. He has to combo if he wants to do damage. If not, then he just literally attacked for no reason whatsoever. Which might just be a way of lulling his opponent into a false sense of security, thinking, hey, I've got this small novel in hand, but they're all too high cost cards. I can't use them. It doesn't look like he's gonna be able to. It doesn't look like Josue's going to combo, but he's trying to check to see what Josh might have as an option left over in his deck to maybe win this game next round. No, it looks like he didn't combo, so he just said, end my turn. Okay, so we got Josh is down to 2 life. Josue is at 3. So this is last turn. And so Josh needs to deal 3 damage to Josue to make this game a draw. That's the best Josh can do. He cannot actually win this round right now. Because like I said, we are in time. This is the last turn. So Josue just needs to survive, and he wins the round. And if Josh can manage to pull off 3 damage, he'll force the game into a draw. So he's attacking with his Trunks to his leader. And he's going to use a Time Patrol Trunks to draw 1. Got a Mighty Mask. Not really a whole lot of help with that. It could help him, try and get other Trunks or Goten out of his deck, but you really want to pay 2 energy right now just to search your deck? I mean, you want to try and end the game right now. You don't want to be adding more combo cards to hand. So it looks like he said that was it, and Sway just said, okay, well then I'll just Dodoria to get over that so I don't take any damage. Sway not wanting to be at 2 life, and doesn't want to see a Masked Saiyan or another Jiren come out of his opponent's hand and try to hit him for double strike. Although I do think Josue still has a negate in hand, so he has something. He's going to... Sorry about the shaky camera there, guys. Somebody hit the tables, so it's kind of shaking the camera a little bit. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. This rig sits on top of the table. It doesn't, it doesn't sit on base of the floor, so... Alright, so I did play out the Mighty Mask, and he comboed with it, and now he's searching his deck for for more for Goten's and Trunks's. I'm not really sure why he would do that. I mean, I get he's trying to do as many attacks as he can, so still. Oh well. I guess he's probably trying to bait out as many cards out of Josue's hand as possible, so that when he tries to swing for something big, he can actually do it. That or try to get Josue to actually take 1 damage so that he can sit there and go, Saiyan Kaba! Jiren! Aha! Alright, so he masked Saiyan and gets rid of the Gotenks, which does go to his warp. And he's going to swing with Double Strike, and I'm pretty sure Josue is going to negate this. Yeah, he's going to play that negate. That's pretty much that's a done deal right there. Now let's see. His opponent's trying to figure out if he can do the 3 damage now without the MS Saiyan. He's only got 3 life. Or 3 energy, I'm sorry, 3 energy. Yeah, he's decided that he just can't do it. No chance. So, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this first episode, and we'll get the next rounds up here as soon as possible. Thanks, and take care.